Hello, welcome to my first video of week one's assignment. I will be dividing this video up um, into the parts as needed for each question. So we're starting off with the very first question here. Oh my goodness, where are you? Okay. Assimilation, accommodation, and schemas. Consider Piaget's concept of assimilation, accommodations, and schemas. Explain those concepts with stages and Satir's model. Can can you relate these ideas? So, when we're comparing and contrasting, well, let me explain Piaget's model first and foremost. And when we look at it, so there's the four stages that Piaget has reported: sensory motor between ages 0 and 2, pre-operational between 2 and 7 years of age, concrete operational between 7 and 11, and formal operational between 11 years old and older. So sensory motor states coordination of sense with motor response, sensory curiosity about the world, language used for demands and cataloging, object permanence is developed, where obviously the baby is developing and learning. At this stage, it's very fun to show a teddy bear to the baby and have them play. Obviously, see it, and then you can hide it underneath a blanket, and it disappears. And the baby would believe, hey, this has officially disappeared in a way. And pre-operational, it states symbolic thinking use proper syntax and grammar to express concepts, imagination, and institution are strong, but complex abstract thoughts are still difficult, and uh, conservation is developed. This at this age, the baby, or shall I say, the toddler, likes to play pretend. There's going to be a lot of pretend. There's going to be a lot of I thinking that non-objects such as toys are alive in ways. Um, Pretending to be doctors, pretending to play house. Usually, that's how I recognize this stage of life for these young individuals. Next is concrete operational, where the concepts attached to concrete situations, time, space, and quantity are understood and can be applied, but not as independent concepts. So there, obviously, the kiddo is learning about time, is learning about is understanding space, understanding time and space, not in a science fiction kind of way, of course, but it is being applied to it's being understood for the young, for the child. Finally, formal operations, where it is a theoretical, um, hypothetical, and con- counterfactual thinking, abstract logic, and reasoning. Strategy planning is becoming possible. Concepts learned in one context can be applied to another. Well, at this age, maybe children are starting to. I like to call this the middle school age, where kiddos are starting to learn to develop who they are. They want to find a personality outside of their parents, and in some cases they usually find that in their peers. A perfect example that I've seen in this is it's school. When the child is in school, there's multiple structured activities that the school does offer to assist the child to become somebody who they would wish to be. Um, the second part to the very first to the first to this question is what stages in Satir's model can you relate these ideas? Well, when I look at Satir's model, give me one moment. There's a lot. There's really a lot of. I can see. I can see. I shouldn't say a lot. I do apologize. There's two that I do see. Introduction of a foreign or new element when a kid is starting to go to school and starting to, let's say, I don't know, preschool. The the child is learning to be removed from is starting to, how do I say this? I'm trying to say that the child is being introduction to a foreign structure. Let's if a child goes from home to, let's say, first grade, kindergarten, that would be a new foreign element to them, and this is kind of growing up for the child. Well, I believe where Virginia says that says something else. It says that, hey, this is a mandatory. This would be a step for change, and it is a step for change, regardless. And obviously, some kids are going to be resistant to change. They don't want to leave their comfort zone. They want to be with their family, but as life goes on, we learn new. And I also want to say, along with chaos, the third stage of Virginia's philosophy. Let me just read up on here. And in the chaos stage, during the shift, they move from a place of safety and usualness to a state of chaos and disequilibrium, where, in the first stages, that's simple when a child is going from one designated location to the next. It can be difficult. But usually, usually depending on the child's behavior, this is how they act.